Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Professor Reed Davis. Welcome to another edition of 49ers Live tonight on Niners Radio 49 here at the beautiful Satellite Digital Media Studios. Here, this is the Professor B's Candlestick Man Cave here in San Francisco. We're on for Niners Radio 49 Live Update. We're going to be just giving you some updates of what's going on, and we're just going to give you just an injury update, and then uh, and then just give you what's going on the injury update. And we will not be doing any open line calls at this time this evening. We're going to have just a bit of a show, just to just to give you what's going on with the Niners injury situation. We already know that Javon Hargraves is done for the year with that partially torn triceps. It was much worse than we all had thought. We'll give you an update on what's going on with Christian McCaffrey, uh, with Christian McCaffrey's injury, and then also we'll dive in on the Achilles situation, the Achilles tendonitis, as Christian McCaffrey is going to go over to Germany to see what kind of treatment he'll do with that Achilles tendonitis. So, and then we'll wrap it up tonight. We're going to go back in honor of the 49ers. We've done this already this year. We decided, we're going to pay homage to the 49ers Super Bowl champions of the past. The other day we did a game, or actually yesterday, we recapped week number 4 from September 23rd, 1984, where the 49ers defeated the Philadelphia Eagles 21-9. Now we're going to fast forward 5 years later as the defending Super Bowl champion 49ers on the road in Philadelphia at the old Veterans Stadium as they're taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Both teams are 2-0 in the season, and we'll get into that classic game. Joe Montana had a game for the ages. We'll get to that in a bit. So, live you check us out on youtube.com/ at Niners Radio 49, and please subscribe. Click the subscribe button. Goal is try to get to 1,000 subscribers. We were looking for 1,000 subscribers to give you daily content on Niners Radio Football, Niners Radio Live. The goal is to have 1,000 subscribers as we continue to build Niners Radio 49, and we want to have this thing stable and just keep on, driving many of the viewers. So these things don't take. Does it that This is not an overnight project, and this is building and keep on and sustaining it. Though sustaining, you know, just you go to youtube.com/ at Niners Radio 49. Please click on the subscribe button. So we're going to check and go to the. So we'll go get into the news part now, as we're on Niners Radio 49, and please just check us out, youtube.com/ and please click on the subscribe button, or continue to just click on that subscribe button. So as we are on right now on youtube.com/ at Niners Radio 49, just typing this out, gonna send this to Facebook. So it's youtube.com/ at Niners Radio 49. And also, please, so we just, so we're on now. This is the Candlestick Man Cave, hosted by yours truly, Professor B. YouTube.com/ at Niners Radio 49. We're going to send this all out to all our affiliates. And also, don't forget, we're also on Facebook too at Facebook.com/ at Niners Radio 49. So we're just excited that, we're going to be having. So we're going to just. Yep, so we're going to just keep on our. Okay, so we're continuing on, just sending these through on our pages. Facebook.com/ at Niners Radio 49, and then sending it on the Gold Rush Tour, and then we're just sending all these out so everybody could watch this. This is some good stuff, though, good content, and we want to get. Okay, so let's continue on Niners Radio 49 as we're getting close towards. So we're just trying to find. Okay, so let's continue on. So just sending these out to everybody. So we're gonna take a look at the injury front for the 49ers as we continue on Niners Radio 49. The injury, so wait for this thing to download, and just Trivia Tuesday, playing for a chance to win 2 tickets for the Niners taking on the Arizona Cardinals, and that would be. And Power App by Cadence. So it's Trivia Tuesday. You go to 49ers.com, and Okay. So let's go on and continue. Okay, so we continue on our NINERS Radio 49. We need to get to the main. So we continue with a look at the. So we are. Yep. So we're gonna just continue on NINERS Radio 49. As we're gonna go September. So looking at the injury front. So I want to get into more of the Achilles tendonitis. This is I've had suffered through a bursitis so numerous times when I used to do when I was a food carrier for Postmates. They're now, of course, DoorDash because DoorDash they bought out Postmates and they kind of merged together. So I'll get into the detail. What is a tendonitis? When it comes to this type of injury, a tendonitis. So we want to get into it right now. It's a Achilles tendonitis, and so the Achilles tendonitis, known as Achilles tendinopathy, is a soreness. Achilles tendon is accompanied by alteration tendons, structure, mechanic properties. The most common symptoms are pain, swelling around the back of the ankle. The pain typically is worse at start of exercise and decrease thereafter. Stiffness of the ankle may also be present. Onset generally gradually. A common occurs result such as running, but also due to an injury. Other risk factors of trauma: a lifestyle that includes a little exercise, high heel shoes, rheumatoid arthritis, medications, or other steroid class diagnosis, generally based on symptoms and examination. There are several simple actions that individuals can take to prevent or reduce tendonitis, thoroughly commonly used that they have limited no scientific evidence. The pre-exercise stretching, strengthening the calf muscles, avoid overtraining, selecting more appropriate footwear regardless of the options. Running mechanics can be improved with simple exercises that will help runners avoid Achilles injuries. Treatment involves rest, ice, non-steroid inflammatory agents, and physical therapy. And those symptoms last more than 6 months despite other treatments. Surgery may be considered. Achilles tendonitis is relatively common. Symptoms can vary from ache, pain, and swelling local area of one, both ankles. Burning surrounds the whole joint with condition. Pain worsen during and after activity, and the tendon joint area can stiff the following day, such as swelling around that tendon. Achilles tendon injuries can be separate into 20-25% of the injuries. Mid portion tendinopathy, 55-60 to 65%, and proximal meniscus junction, 9 to 25%. Cause: The Achilles tendonitis is a common injury, particularly in sports that involve lunging, jumping, occurred laterally, and also induced by a single ankle trauma known as the and then Achilles have blood supply to the length, and then during the loading phase, the running cycle. Hmm. This is something I believe. This is what's unusual. I think this is something similar to what Christian McCaffrey is dealing with. Devastation of the overuse to injury refers to stress, strain, likely endurance runners. Overuse can mean increased running, jumping, paralytic exercise, intensity too soon. Another consideration: improper worn down footwear which lack necessary to maintain support foot. And then the pathology, because of the Achilles does not give good blood supply, it could be slow to heal. Good point. The tendon receives nutrients from the tendon's sheath of pantheron. With an injury to the tendon surrounding the structures, the migrate assists repair some cells, blood vessels, provide the direct flow to increase the healing. With blood vessels comes nerve fibers. Researchers, including Alfredson and his team in Sweden, believe that nerve fibers caused by the pain they injected around the vessels decrease the Achilles tendon. The diagnosis, the Achilles tendonitis diagnosis, medical history, and here's the classification: deposits forming the ether within the Achilles tendon insertion. Achilles tendon wider, normal, suggests inflammation. Here's a good one: prevention. Prevent consistent physical activity will improve the elasticity and the strength of the tendon will assist resisting forces applied. Stretching before exercise is often recommended. And you gotta get some footwear that provides shock absorber. And then the treatment will be like ice and non-steroid inflammatory. Heal orthotics may be helpful evidence to either injections. The evidence to support injections therapy is poor. They include cortisone steroid injections that can increase the risk of tendon rupture. So, Achilles tendonitis is most commonly for individuals from between the age of 30 and 40. Runners are susceptible and anyone participating in sports in men aged 30 to 39. Risk factors: participating in sport activity involve running, jumping, bounding, change of speed. Although Achilles tendonitis most likely occur with runners, both basketball, volleyball, dancing, gymnastics, other athletic events. One risk factor: gender, age, and this is some good stuff. We're learning more about this though. This injury with Christian McCaffrey. So he's going to visit go to Germany, visit a doctor. What kind of recommendation for him? So that's how we. So that was the how how it was with Achilles tendonitis. That's a great book. So let's continue on NINERS Radio 49. So now we're going to go back to our NINERS Radio 49 flashback, and we'll go back to on this date, September 24th, 1989, as we commemorate and observe the 35th anniversary of the 49ers winning back-to-back Super Bowls. So now we're going to go into go to the start, the backdrop of how they got to this. This is a week 3 game. excuse me. This is week number 3 of the NFL's young season. Of course, is the defending Super Bowl champion as they are on that mission to repeat as Super Bowl champs. And okay, so 1989. Just trying to find it. So now we go take you to week 3, and this was from Niners versus the Eagles, September 24th, 1989. Game time, kickoff time is at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And this game, the referee of this game was Dick Jorgensen. And then game we broadcast on CBS as Vern Lundquist and Terry Bradshaw with the call for CBS. And so the crowd was 1,042 were on hand in Philadelphia for this. Montana, the quarterback of the decade, erupted, outscoring the Eagles 28-7. And let's get back to that, how the Niners got theirs to that win. So okay, so I'm just waiting for this to download. We're gonna so we're just a reminder again while that's downloading. We'll hope we get somebody on Niners Radio 49. We previewed the Patriots later this week, and a reminder: Niners will take on the Patriots in the interconference game. Be back in action next this coming on Sunday, and that's a 105 kickoff. The game will be on Fox, and then the Niners will be in the first of the next 4 of the next 5 games will be at Levi's Stadium, and uh, so they'll be home mostly, and then after that they'll play the Cardinals on October 6th. Then they'll have the short week. They'll play the Seattle Seahawks, and then they'll get a mini bye week, and then after the mini bye week they'll play the Chiefs and the Cowboys. So I'm just waiting for this thing just to download. Just waiting. It's taking its time to download. Yeah, so we're just having a hard time. So we're gonna try to recap that game. So we're just having some hard time with us downloading. So want to try to keep it going. The Niners will be back in action, and then also just a reminder, we will have 49ers tailgate hosted by yours truly will be over at the Gold Bar Whiskey this coming weekend. We're going to be there a lot in the month of October. Coming up, will be and then we'll also have some special also for Niners Radio 49 in the coming weeks as well. So continuing on the 49ers, just to recap that game, Niners end up winning 38-28. One point they were trailing 21-10 going into the fourth quarter, and then the Eagles got a touchdown. Niners still trail by huge scores, and just break it down like this. So we're gonna give you more close to read on this though. Here we go. So here we go. So trying to look at week three, Niners and Eagles. Just waiting for this to download. We'll be doing this all year. Re for all of the three, maybe one of the three best Niner teams of all time. So we'll wait for this thing to download, just to get the screen. So here we go. So in the first quarter, Montana connected with Jerry Rice, of course, who was the Super Bowl MVP. Let's get you start with the backdrop to the Niners coming into this game 2-0. They're coming off the previous week. They came from behind to beat a Tampa Bay Buccaneers led by the former Heisman Trophy winner from 1986, Vinny Testaverde. Niners win the 20-16, and then now they are 3-0. Now they playing the Philadelphia Eagles, who made people think was going to be the rise, the next rise. We're on the rise. 1989, winning the NFC East in '88, and their young rookie quarterback, well, their quarterback Randall Cunningham, and then with Reggie White, Seth Jordan, Clyde Simmons, Andre Waters, and then you had Mike Quick and a young Chris Carter as well, and then the big tight end Keith Jackson. So in the first quarter, Montana connected with Jerry Rice for a 68-yard touchdown that put the Niners up 7-0. Then Eagles running back Heath Sherman a 3-yard rush that put that tie game at 7-7. Then Montana was sacked in the end zone, or tackled in the end zone for a safety that put Philly up 9-7. Then Luis Zendejas hit a 35-yard field goal. Ended up hitting a 35-yard field goal. For correction, it was we will have that on Thursday. We'll have do more daily updates, so much more. So for now, getting ready to check out. Check us out, youtube.com/@Niners Radio 49, and please click the subscribe button for all Niners Radio content. Our goal is trying to get 1,000 subscribers, so we'll be able to get some kind of revenue and try to retain and keep this thing going. So for now, I am getting ready to sign out. Thank you for watching Niners Radio 49ers Live tonight, and we'll back for another round of podcasting tomorrow. Check up our sister network, sister station, Satellite Digital Media News for all the latest. I'm Brian Professor B. Davison. So long. Thank you for watching 49ers Live tonight on Niners Radio 49. 49ers Live tonight on Niners Radio 49. It's an association with the Satellite Digital Media News Network. So have a very pleasant good evening. Take care, everybody.